Okay, so now we need to install the Vagrant. Okay, how we can going to install the Vagrant and all. So installation of Vagrant is very simple. You can just uh, go to that official site of the Vagrant download, and you can just download as per your operating system. If you have a running operating system Debian like Ubuntu and all, okay, if you have operating system Ubuntu and all, then you just go Debian basically operating system, Windows 32 or 64-bit, CentOS operating system if you have in your machine, Linux, so like Ubuntu and all, and macOS. So I'm going to share a document which have the link for downloading and all. Okay, I'll show you that what exactly this will be look like. So this will the vagrantup.com. Okay, so I'm going to ping it here. So I will ask 2-3 tools to install initial phase, like install. So one will be like Vagrant, and Vagrant URL will be this. So if you go to download section, yeah, so that detected my system. Okay, and I think this will be fine. I think this link will be help you to download it, and just you choose your operating system. Okay, and you can just install it. Okay, download, click on the download button, and it will be, you can just after that you just need to install it. So Vagrant 2.2.9, okay, is their current version. And yeah, Rafiq, you have any question?
No.
Okay, so an Oracle VirtualBox, so just install the VirtualBox 6.1.2, so that will be latest as well. So VirtualBox, and I will ask if you're using Windows, if you are a Windows users, then I will ask you to install Git Bash. Git Bash tool will help you to do terminal. Okay, so yeah, downloads, yeah, I think yeah, this will be fine. So this will help you to Git SCM for Windows users, for Windows user only. Okay, those who have a Windows laptop. So because I will ask you to run some command of the Linux and all, so you will be easy to like using the Git Bash, you will be able to do that all things. If you have Windows, if Mac and Linux, no need of that. It will be, you can do it, right? And but this will be for everyone. VS Code. So it's a code editor basically. So VS Code is basically a code editor, which will as a code editor, okay, where we can write a code and we can see and we can install the plugin, so we will get the help and all. Okay, so code editor tool. So this 4 tools will be in the laptop, should be there. So I told you like what are the purposes of this 4 tools. So this will be the virtualization, basically virtualization tool, which needs to be have. Okay, and after that the Vagrant, which will help you to do the write a code for the VirtualBox, so creating a new servers and also will have a Vagrant will help you to write a code of few lines of code, and you will be able to launch a servers and all. And Git SCM will be help you what if you're a Windows user, then Git will be help you to run a command, whatever I'm going to learn in pass a command, execute a command on my Linux terminal, you will be able to do the same thing from the Git Bash tool. Okay, so that's the purpose. And for the Windows users, for Linux and MacBook people, so no need of that because their terminals are there. And Visual Studio Code, okay, VS Code. So this is a very lightweight, okay, it's not much. We will install some plugin for the Vagrant, for Linux and all, like whatever the operating scripting, bash and all. So we'll get the help and all, like, and this is basically we're going to use for the editing the code and all, so writing a code and all for that. So just need to this 4 tools to be installed in the your system. Okay, so once you have this software is installed, if you want you can try out right away, okay, installation things and all. And if you are facing some issues, you can just share your screen and I will help you out. So after that, yeah,
I have installed everything but Git Bash. So
Git bash. Okay, that's fine. You have Windows system right now?
yes,
Okay,
unfortunately.
so it will be very easy. You just take that link what I shared in the this WhatsApp, right?
Yeah.
So just click on that link and it will be
Okay.
around 20 MB of file. It will be very fast. You just install it right away. So Radhika as well, right? You have all these things installed, right? I think in your laptop. Radhika, I did not hear you. So okay, you messaged. Okay, yeah, fine, cool. So okay, then so I'm assuming that all these thing tools are installed already. So what we are going to do, right? We are going to uh, write a one Vagrant file. So the code, whatever the Vagrant is, like Vagrant we are going to use. So we need to write a one Vagrant file. The file name should be a Vagrant file. And inside that, what we are going to do, we are going to spinning up a Ubuntu server and provision a VM and like Ubuntu CentOS, and then we'll do some like Vagrant command how to connect and all. So after the installations, let me share my terminal. So this is my terminal. Okay, this is a 1218. So that's why this terminal look like this. So if you install git bash, whatever the command I am running here, parallelly you can run as well. Okay, so I'm going to first I'm going to some location. So you also go create some new folder and all, like DevOps workspace or something like that. Okay, so I'm going to create some DevOps training, going to some folder like DevOps training and all, and I'm going to create this directory like that. Okay, so mkdir for the creating a directory, and I'm creating a 04 and moving to that. Okay, so now I am in this. Okay, so if I do pwd, I will be able to see my home complete path. You also, if you run your git bash, you can do also. So you can also go to the like this, that way you can create as well. Okay, so most of the like commands, Linux command and all, you can execute on the git bash. Now after that, what I'm going to do, I'm creating another folder called mkdir, like, and that will be like my Vagrant. So Vagrant workspace. Okay, just a folder. This is just a folder, nothing else. So I'm moving because in this batch I'm going to, all the things will be going to put on this folder only, DevOps before whatever labs we are going to do. Now I'm just clearing this. Now if I see here ls minus la, now no files and folders are present. So now I'm going to do what, I'm going to run Vagrant init means Vagrant. So let me tell you. Okay, so if I put Vagrant, right, command, execute Vagrant command, then it will able to see, you are able to see all the commands available for the Vagrant after the installation. So it is taking some time. Let's wait. Yeah, so you can see, let me, yeah, so you can see this is the, when I executed Vagrant, you just execute Vagrant .exe will come. So just type a Vagrant and just tab it, the file will come. Okay, that binary will be, and this, and after that when you enter it will give you this. So everybody have this command is coming, just put in the chat yes or no, I will be to get that. So after executing Vagrant in your git bash, if it is coming, all these commands like common commands like this, you're able to see the output as this, means the Vagrant is installed. Yep. So Rafiq, you installed git bash?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, now you just go and execute the Vagrant command. Radhika also, you just tried, and after that you just message me yes or no, you're able to see or not, because that should be the first thing you need to do it. Then you will realize, okay, I'm doing something else. You feel like, okay,
Okay.
I'm just watching.
I missed this screen because I was installing.
No issues, no issues. Just
Okay.
after the install, just you go to create some folders. Okay. Or
Oh,
okay, I will do one thing like
okay.
okay, can you share your screen? Let
Sure.
me stop my sharing, then you'll be able to share your screen. Now you should share your screen.
You see it?
Yeah, it's coming, it's loading. Still not, it's still loading. Yeah, now it's coming. So okay, I think you shared, I think Zoom only. This, you just minimize this. Yeah, you just minimize this. Yeah. Is my network slow or your network slow?
No one is.
You're requesting? Nice. You already shared, right? Just minimize this. Yeah. Yeah. You just, okay, installation is going on. No. Next. Oh, you already installed?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So cancel then. Setup is not complete. It is saying setup is not complete. Okay. You just minimize it. We'll see. What, it is not going? What is your RAM size and all?
It is 512, I think.
512 MB?
Yeah.
Your RAM, you complete system laptop?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So you need minimum at least a 4 GB of RAM.
Well, I
Minimum.
I could be wrong because I usually don't use this laptop. Everybody, I mean, no one is in this laptop. That's why I took it to use it.
Okay.
So
Might be because of that, really, because slow, because, but I can see this is moving, right? So I don't see. I think you just click on that folder instead of that. Leave it. You click on the folder. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Now you go to the your drive, C drive, my this PC. Yeah. And you have C drive only. So go to the C drive. So we'll check that once. Wait. Let's see your, what is your RAM and all. Okay. Don't change that. Leave it.
okay.
You just click on the this PC. Right click on the this PC. Right click on the this PC.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Click on the properties. Go to the properties section. Yeah. So we were able to see your like configuration. Hey, you have 8 GB
No,
RAM.
it's 8 GB. I'm sorry.
Yeah. 8 GB. That's fine. That's good. Not a problem. So you have yeah, everything is fine. Yeah. So now you just open a C drive. Inside that you, yeah, You can create one folder. Okay, here, new folder. New folder, I think top, you can see the folder diagram is there on the top. Yeah, this will be helpful. Yeah, give the name as like, yeah, already came, I think. It's already came. Just rename it as DevOps workspace. Yeah, hyphen workspace, something like that. So you remember this. Yeah. WS. Yeah. No, don't put a space anything. Remove that. WS. Instead of that, you just put WS. Small, all is small. Yeah, like remove that work as well. Only WS means.
I see.
Yeah. Fine. Enter. Now you enter. Yeah. Now open that folder. Inside that, another folder called Vagrant Workspace. Yeah, right click. If you do right click as well, it will open. Yeah, you'll get a new folder. So you can able to see that. Yeah, give the Vagrant small. Always try to write in a small, no capital.
I see.
That will be like always better, because when you go to running some command and all, right?
Yeah,
So
true.
you don't remember
Makes
that
sense.
is a capital and all. So that's it.
Yeah.
Now you open that folder as well. Now you right click here. You can see the git bash here, right? No, just right click. Yeah, you can go to there. You can see git bash down, git bash. Yeah, click git bash here. Click on the git bash here. Yes. So it will basically take you to the directly. It is opening a git bash. Okay, like how the terminal my opened, and it is taking to you that folder. You can see C DevOps workspace Vagrant.
Okay.
So that way, if you go, it will be like very easy. Okay. Now you type Vagrant. VAG tab. Just tab. Press tab. Yeah, it's coming right now. It's installed. So enter. Just enter.
Indeed.
So it will be like all the commands, whatever you are able to see on my screen, you will be that same. So Radhika, you are able to do the same? Just confirm me once. If not, then you share your screen as well. So I'll ask you to share your screen. We'll set up these things, because this is a very initial things. Yeah, it is coming. Wait, it will come. It is basically. Yeah. Okay, Radhika. Thanks for confirming. So it's now working with us. So wait for some time. It will come. It will take initial time, right? So it will be taking some time. But this came right whenever you do WAG and then you end tab, it came right.
Okay.
That exe file. It means your installation is done successfully.
Okay.
So let's stop your sharing. That's fine. I think you are good now. Just stop your sharing.
Okay.
I think click on the Zoom and no, not from here. Yes, from here you'll be seeing stop sharing.
Okay. Where is that?
I think in top you're able to see on the top.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me share my screen. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So now, after that, you meanwhile you got this output, right? It came on the git bash, but it's coming for everybody, right?
Yeah, it came.
Okay, that's fine now. So what we are going to do in this folder right now, you're able to see nothing is there, right? No files are all is there, right? In this folder. So now I'm going to do what vagrant init and yeah, Ubuntu / Bionic 64. So this is what this is the basically the box name. Okay, the box means what? The operating system, whatever we are. Okay, so this is the basically Ubuntu Bionic 64. It means what? It is basically the vagrant is basically checking for the image, means ISO file. So ISO file, you know, right? The image. If you install some operating system in your laptop, you need some image, right? So that's some templates. The code is called operating system, like Windows CD and all. You installed Ubuntu, like uh, Windows 7 or Windows 10 or something like that. You need to insert some pen drive, bootable pen drive, or maybe something like disk in your laptop, and then you install the operating system. The same way, if you need to have a operating system, new operating system, you need to have that image, right? And that we are going to get from the Vagrant cloud. So Ubuntu / Bionic 64. What is that? I will come to that. Okay. So we have a like next sessions when we will have a Vagrant session only. So what Vagrant exactly and how we can do and everything. Okay. So I'm just entering this. Okay. So this will be going to do what? Now you can see the Vagrant file has been placed. Okay. In your directory, and you can just do the vagrant up. It will be a first virtual environment will be started. Okay, so if I now I do ls-la, I will to see that vagrant file, correct? And in this vagrant file, if I do cat, means I want to read it. So this is the content of this file. Okay, and if I open with the some vi editor, vi is a one editor. Okay, Linux editor. And then if I see opening this way, then you can see this is the code. Okay, which is basically it is saying this is written in the Ruby and all. Okay, model. So you can see this is the line, one line vagrant configure. Okay, one line, and this is the another line. So config.vm.box. Okay, and nothing is there. Okay, you're able to see nothing is, only two lines are there. Okay, this line and this line. So what basically it is going to do when I'm going to execute this file, okay, it is going to, using these two lines of code, it is going to spin up a Ubuntu 18 version, means 18 Ubuntu 18 server, and which have operating system Ubuntu 18 will be going to up and running on top of VirtualBox. Okay, so let me, so you can open using that one also, like VS Code. So how we can do that? If you install that VS Code, already I saw your VS Code was installed. If you do the code on that same location, if you the bash terminal, if you type code space dot, okay, and then you enter, what basically it will do, it will open a VS Code editor automatically. Okay, so it will take 1 minute to open that. Now it will going to open that VS Code tool. Yeah, automatically. I'm not clicked anywhere. I'm just executing, and you're able to see that file will be present there. So you can see that location folder, the Vagrant workspace was opened, and this is the welcome page, and this is the Vagrant file. If you install plugin, okay, so I will tell you how to install the plugin. So now you're able to see this is the line of code. Okay, one line of code, and this is another line of code. Okay, and this is basically coming from where? From here. This. Okay, so I will take you through that as well. So this is basically a, this is the basically a location Vagrant cloud. It's basically where you have a all type of operating system. So whatever I put, right, Ubuntu, Bionic 64 and all, right, that is the same. It is official release of the Ubuntu from the Ubuntu's. Okay, this is the Ubuntu 14 trusty, and Xenial is basically a 16. So Ubuntu 18 is the latest one. Okay, so that's why I gave that. Now what we are going to do now, we just need to type vagrant and up. Okay, so there are commands like vagrant up, vagrant status. If you do vagrant status, it will give you what? It will give you a like what is your like virtual machine is up and running or not, that status about that. Okay, and how many virtual machines and all with that. So when you execute that virtual vagrant status, so I'm just closing this because it is taking, I'm going to upgrade my RAM to 16 GB. Okay, because I have a lot of things in my system. Not for you, like it will be fine for you guys. 8 GB is fine. Yeah, now you can see if I executed this command, right, now it is saying what vagrant status I'm checking. So there is a default box going to be the virtual machine, which is not created. It is mentioned what, not created yet. Okay, now I'm going to do what, vagrant up. Now it is in background, what is it is going to do. Let me open the virtual box. So virtual box, in my virtual box, there are no any operating system, means virtual boxes and virtual servers are not running any. Okay, let me open that virtual box, and after this executing, this command will finish it, right? Then it will be going to be having this. So you can see, okay, okay, so this is going to be just going to creating. Okay, this is present. Okay, so I can check that. I assign that is okay, and this is okay. So this is just now, you can see the time, you can see it is going to powered off state right now, but it is time, you can see 8:49 a.m. So this is my time only. Okay, so this is, now you can see here the progress, it is importing the base box and all. And this is my old one, which is created on the 12th of July. Okay, so I'm going to delete that. Okay, so that one is taking my RAM and all. So okay, now able to see it is, if you do that vagrant tannic, spelling should be correct. Yeah, Rafiq, go ahead.
Yeah. How did you go to that screen? It pops up automatically, or?
Automatically. That code one, which one? The virtual box?
Yeah.
Virtual
Yeah,
box.
this is screen.
Okay, this is screen. You need to just go to your Windows and search for the virtual box.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like how do you open any softwares? So the same way.
Okay.
So this, you just open it. Okay. Now you see it is running now. You can see the status is running. So this is the virtual box. So on virtual box, this vagrant will help you what? The vagrant will help you with this line of code, this you wrote how many, with two lines of code, right? And that is what basically it is doing. It is importing an Ubuntu machine inside that virtual box and configuring, doing everything by default. So you are not going to do download the image then importing. You can do what you want to do. You need to first new, and then you have to give some name, then you export, not export because you selected, remove that selection. Okay, like if you want to import an appliances and all, you can do it like that way. Import this virtual and all, then you import from your, then it will take some time, lot of time it will take, and everything you have to do manually. And in this case of vagrant, you are going to do everything automated. Okay, now you can able to see once that will be finished. Okay, might be you will get some error because of your system don't have a like virtualization enabled and all. Okay, if that is the case, then you have to do it at BIOS level. Okay, if you are able to see the successful this command, okay, all it will be successful without any error. If you see like this, okay, without any red color, it means it is working for you correctly. Okay, and now I'm going and checking again the status. Okay, so this Vagrant status will basically, the whenever you execute this command, it will basically read your local file of Vagrant, local Vagrant file, and give you the status about that machine, virtual machine. Okay, so this is now it is giving that is it is running. If I want to check my how many, if I have a multiple, okay, servers, virtual machines are running, then you can run execute global status. So it will give you all the boxes. So it will print me two. You can now see it is giving me this one take test, and another is one the Vagrant, this one. Okay, correct. So this will be, it is present in this location, some different locations. Okay, so this will give you the what you call, so both are running actually, that's why it is taking my RAM space. Okay, fine. So both are running, it means what, it is taking my space, 2 GB of RAM is allocated already. So now I'm going to destroy this one, which is my older one. Okay, so I'm going to copy this ID, this is my old one which is running, so I'm going to do Vagrant, and you can destroy as well. So after creating a machine, right, you want to destroy as well, and you just paste it, the ID. So that machine will go off and your resources will be released. So your computing resources like RAM and all will be freed up. So it destroyed. Now if you do again Vagrant global status, it will show you only one system now. It is showing only this one, and it is now one box is gone. Instead of two right now, here you will see two, now it is showing only one. Okay, correct. Any questions till now? No, right?
Yeah.
You able to spin up? So okay, let me ping you the command, what I did actually. So what you executed might be, if you miss the any spelling, then it will be sorry. Just go ahead and execute this command. If you already executed, just delete the Vagrant file in that location. If you Vagrant file, just check your Vagrant file is present or not in that location. Just type ls-la. Okay, if you see any file is there, Vagrant file is there, just delete that, because you open the folder, right? So you can just go ahead in your folder structure location and just go and delete that. Okay, and after that, whatever the command I given, you just execute that. After that, what you need to do, just now I want to connect, I want to connect to that machine which is created right now, right, the new machine. So you need to type Vagrant SSH. So once you do that Vagrant SSH, so now once I did that Vagrant SSH, now you can see that welcome to Ubuntu 18, right? Welcome to Ubuntu 18 and all, it is coming. And you can see the username is changed now. It is a username is Vagrant, and the machine name is what? Ubuntu Bionic. Okay, correct? Fine. So now if I check what are the, like, in this, what is the folder files are present. So this is only files and folders are present here in this location. So we spinned up a new machine with Ubuntu 18 right now. Okay, and if I check anything is running or not, like any services or anything like service, Apache, something like that, it is nothing is running. Apache software or something, anything, nothing is running. Okay, so if I do that, Service Apache 2 and status. It is saying it is not found. Apache 2 service is not found. Means Apache software, you know, Apache or Nginx. So that is not there. Okay. It's not, nothing is installed. And if I go and try out this one, what do you call? I will go and I will install it. Okay. So what I do first, we need to do what? So sudo su, you know that sudo su means what? You are become a root user. Okay. Super user. Okay. And after that, I am doing first command. So you are going to, I will take you through these commands and all. Okay. What is service command? What is the meaning of apt-get command and all. Okay. So apt-get install, and I'm going to do Apache. Sorry, first I will do the apt-get update. Okay, so whatever the softwares are there, we'll get the latest one. Okay, so apt-get update, it will basically doing what? Whatever the softwares are installed already, it will going to update that. Okay, so if you are a Windows user, you install everything by clicking and downloading, like how you did the get bash and all, right? Next, next, next. So in Linux, it's completely different. You have to execute, install a software using the commands, and that is not very hard to learn, very easy. Once you understand one thing, you'll be able to do that for others, rest of things. And you can check that service is running or not and all, everything. So once that will be done, so your machine is up and running. You both just reply yes or no. The vagrant status will help you to give it is running or not. And after that, I'm going to upload this video, don't worry about that. Okay, I'll share you this link, the videos link. You can just watch it again, like to trying out in your laptop at least. Yeah, okay, Radhika, fine. Yeah, it will take some time. So that's what it is. It will take 2-3 minutes or 5 minutes as well, sometime, depending on upon computing resources and all. But it will be like up and running. In case of containers, it will be very faster. So we're going to learn that as well, later sessions. So Docker, we're starting from the Docker, Kubernetes and all. So before that, we will prepare the base and like Linux and scripting bit. And then we'll start with the CI/CD things, then the Packer Terraform, and then Ansible. Then the project things we'll do. Using this all tools, whatever we learned, using that tools, we'll have one project. And after that, we'll have this. Okay. So now you see the installation is done. Okay, Apache. And if I check the service, okay, if I check the service Apache 2 status, now it is active and running, right? Now it was previously it was giving service or not running and all, right? Now it is saying it is running, correct? And I will not be able to access this because of the IP is not there. Okay, you can see the IP is what it is given 10 dot, so it's the internal IP and this is the localhost IP, correct? So we did not assign any IP to this box, so we can assign that IP. How we can do that? Let me open another tab here. Why to get that this? Okay, so here my Vagrant file is there, so I'm going to do the VA editor and I will just modify one thing to get the IP address. So right now you can see here the private IP this, right? So this I just enabled what? I just enabled this IP. Okay, so just I'm copying this. If I take this copy IP and copy this IP, and if I go here and hit here, right, on the browser, right now I'm not able to get anything. Okay, because this IP is not assigned right now, that virtual machine 10.10, right? 192.168.33.10, right? It is not assigned yet. That's why it is keep loading and loading. Okay, but what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do what? I'm just saving this file again. Okay. And after that, you can save it using the directly in the VS Code. Okay. VS Code, you can directly go and comment out the private IP. And I'm going to do what? Vagrant reload. I will do. So that is a command to, if any changes you made it, right, you can reflect it. So it will doing what? It is shutting down and again it is spinning up. So kind of reboot. Okay. So once that will be done, right, after that, our service will be we are able to see the Apache will be up and running. Yeah, you can see now the reload means what? It is basically kind of a reboot. So it is basically shutting down and again it will going to start up the vagrant up it is doing, and it will, whatever the new changes will be there, it is again. So it will take, first time it will take some time to download the image. Okay, very first time, because it is basically going to download some kind of 100 MB of file or something like that. Sorry, 900 or 1 GB of file, that image size, right? So depend on your network, network speed and all. So it will download that package, then it will be install everything. So now you just saw that it is not downloading anything. It is just doing only the reboot process. Once that will be successful, this will be going to be successful. Okay, and we will be here, be able to see the page, Apache page, landing page. Okay, able to see. You can see this is closed. This terminal is closed because of we just restarted, reloaded. That's why. Yeah, now it is retrieving the connection. Yeah, enabling the like this phase, and now it is done, right? Fine. So now that is up and running now. If I reload this page, now it is coming. Correct? Apache Ubuntu 2 default page. So this will be like it is coming, and if you go to that machine, okay, able to see my this screen, right? So now if I go do the Vagrant SSH, if I do Vagrant SSH, it will take again, it will connect to my virtual machine. Okay, and there I will go and do the sudo su, let's become a root user, and there I will check the status again. So it is up and running, correct? And after that, if I stop it, stop this means this is running right now. If I stop it here, so now it is stopped, and if I check that status again, now it is saying what? It is dead, inactive and dead. You see this line, right? So 3-second ago this was just not running, and if I go here this page and I will reload again, the site is gone. Okay, so just think of that, just relate with your these things. Like suppose you got a task to do something, some installation or some upgradation of some softwares and all on the production, then how you can do that? So for that purpose, you can spin up one server which is running on the same as the production. You can spin the same operating system in your local machine using the Vagrant, and there you try out your installing and configuring everything, and to try out what other things needs to be done to perform there in the production, right? Our staging environment before that. So you need to try out here, you check everything looks fine and all, then you go ahead and install on the production or staging environment. Fine. Any question on that? You got my point, what exactly we achieved today? If I start again, this will be again going to be up and running. If I start again and status, so again it is now green color, you can able to see it is active and running. And if I reload it, it is up and running. Okay, so this is what like I wanted to show today. Okay, so that is what like demo I just gave. So you got the clear picture why we are going to learn this tool and all. So we'll do the more deep dive on the Vagrant. Okay, and this is what I did. Okay, so automation also you can do automated like everything. And after that, finishing the Vagrant and all, we'll then start with the Linux administration and all. Okay, Linux command and all. Fine. So we'll take you through that. Yeah. And now after finishing your work, right? After finishing your work, once you are done with your work, how you can exit first. So you can do exit command. Okay, exit command. So we are a root user. That time, if you do exit, you are become a Vagrant now. Again, you have to do what? Exit. So now you see your connection is closed. Once you get this message, and you'll get that your folder structure like your C drive and username and something like that, right? Now you see here, you check your Vagrant status. Vagrant status, you just check. Now it is running. So if it is a running state, just you do and execute the command Vagrant destroy. Okay, so Vagrant destroy doing what? Going to be completely destroying the machine, but still the image was present. Okay, so whenever you do again the next time Vagrant up, it will not take that much time. Okay, where I will give you the link, Rafiq. The video will be okay. I'll give the link. You just I will share in this group as well. Okay, today's class link. So two link will be there, one for theoretical part and one will be like lab part. Okay, you just go ahead and try out again. So if I check again the Vagrant status, so you can see now it's saying not created. Okay, it is saying not created. So that is what like for the that's all like